So I have some notes. I took some notes.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, what were the notes?
You don't know where your notes are?
Well, I found them.
Did you? Did you actually find
Take okay figuring it out. Oh, yeah. It was that Facebook commercial. And then control how you react and Dolphins win. That was it. That's all I had.
Control how you react?
Yeah.
You already know they won, though. It should be a blind react.
Oh, no, not how they control to the Dolphins. It was how they can, like in life.
What?
Yeah, so you're clearly confused.
You fucking...
Like, you can combine, like, a horse and Yoda almost. You could, like, get into, like, a... You know what I mean? Like, when you must, but when you must.
What is wrong with you?
Confused you are.
Jesus Christ, Ryan.
Oh, my God. All right. Okay, so, I guess we're rolling. I'm assuming Tim just decides whenever he wants to just hit record. That's the best time to get me when I don't even know that I'm on camera.
Basically.
Yeah. So yesterday I took some notes. So one of the things I took was I watched, there was a Facebook commercial, and it was one of the few Facebook commercials I actually liked. And I don't have the correct terminology it used exactly, but it says basically it's okay to figure it out. So it's very interesting, right? They had a bunch of crazy looking people, right? Like, not crazy looking people, but everybody being different, right? Everyone being different. And they said it's okay to figure it out. Like, it's okay to, like, go through all the different elements of life, like going through in your different ages, different stages, to figure out who you really are. So it's okay to accept all that comes with it, man. Like, us sitting here right now. Like, is it perfect? I want to say yes, but we both know no.
Well, I mean, I feel like you're looking down on me, so I don't know how.
Why do you think I designed this setup like this? I was like, wait a minute. I need to fit a physical representation of what it's like in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that's how we did this, so that I can look down upon you like I.
First,
I
you're trying
do.
to give me no light, and now you're just trying to make it.
It's not true. I just wanted to make sure that the light would have been in the right spot, But we were testing. That's all.
Is that what we're gonna call it? You're just gonna leave the light over there and just call it a day.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, so, like, as an example, right? So, like, I bring a lot of light into people's lives, and I feel like you probably bring a little more darkness than light. So I was also trying to put that representation in there. So when people are seeing on camera, they're going, okay, this guy's bringing light, this guy's bringing darkness. See what I'm saying? The yin to the yang. I mean, I couldn't be the dark side of the yang. That wouldn't make any sense. Not with this palette I got working with here. I mean, look at this. Look at all
that
this
were
right here. Like,
actually.
I'm glowing.
No, literally, everybody in Star Wars that was on the dark side was white, and everybody on the light side was a minority.
No, that's actually that's pretty highly. Well, I mean, Luke Skywalker, and
he's on both sides.
No, he was mainly on the. I wanted
Luke
to say the
Skywalker.
light side, but you say the white side, then it gets really weird. It's, Hey, wait.
Luke Skywalker?
No, it was Luke. No, Darth Vader was once good and then turned bad. That whole thing, and then wore that whole outfit. But isn't it kind of weird? He wore the dark outfit. So he's like, oh, I've got the dark outfit, and like he's wearing all black, but like all of his stormtroopers were all white. Like, kind of
stormtroopers
weird.
were not all white.
Well, I mean, all
clones.
the main ones were. They all wore the white uniforms, the white plastic uniforms.
But underneath the helmet, they were clones of a Spanish dude.
I'm still a little curious. How come when the lasers hit them, like the laser just like made like a burn mark, and then they, like somehow that like killed them?
Do you know how lasers work?
But not exactly. I mean, I'm just saying the laser hits. Like, is it the power of the laser hits the thing and then they fall over because like it was like an electric shock. It goes through and like shocks their body to death because like the laser is not like a bullet. Like it didn't go through the uniform and like blast into their skin or anything. It was just like burn mark, they fall. Or was it just executing that within that particular, because it would be too gory if you actually showed the laser blow apart, go,
The laser literally superheats the armor, and you cook inside.
Is that
if
what
it
happens?
If it doesn't actually go through you.
I didn't see him like, and then, they just, you know what I mean? Like, but like super instant cook, just like they were like fried instantly. Like,
Do you know how hot lasers are?
Dude, honestly, I've never been shot by a laser, so all I have is like the little laser pen. So that was the only thing I could say for that. But okay, so no, this is okay, good. So we went over that. So this actually is perfect for you. Control how you react. Okay, I'll go into, what was it, like Stephen A. Smith? I'll go into my soliloquy here. I'll go into my soliloquy. My soliloquy is this, and this is actually brought by another person, by the Herd. He brought this up the other day, and we've all said it. We've heard it 1,000 times. So it's always great when somebody else says it again. So I'm gonna say it again, since he said it, built on somebody else saying it. Now we're all gonna say it. We're gonna keep sending out that message. So there's actions and there's reactions. And you say, like in your life, you say, okay, there's like maybe 20% of action. So like I'm gonna go get my coffee, right? Woo, nice. Woo. Okay, so I'm gonna get my coffee, right?
Coffee.
I'm gonna go get my coffee, and then I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna, hopefully you're a person that wakes up and takes a shower, or takes the shower the night before. Let's not go out into the world dirty, people. Come on now, keep yourself clean.
Well, some people take a shower in the evening before they go to bed.
That is true. Oh, look! That's our graphic again. I love this graphic. Oh,
Why, Ryan?
I just wanted to show the graphic again. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go back into my soliloquy here. Okay, so listen. So you can control anyway. So it's 20% of like actions, right? But then you have maybe 80% of life is reactive, right? Is a reaction, meaning what you say, what you do, what's gonna happen at work, when you're outside, traffic, all of these things, okay, are gonna happen to us. All these different elements within life, right, are coming constantly at us, and we actually, like, the control we have is how we react. So in different situations, it's going to bring out like the best or the worst of you. As an example, as life's coming at you, if you're more compassionate and understanding, empathetic, right? When life's coming at you, and you get into more stressful situations, you're going to tend to be, I'm looking at the cameras, you're going to tend to be more of that. And then when if you're an angrier person, or you react more emotionally, this and that, you're going to become more of that. So you find out more of who you really are in those tense situations, because they amplify those areas of your personality. And knowing that, figuring out that is something that is really, really important, because only you can learn to manage.
Only you.
That's what I'm going for. Only
you can prevent fires.
Yeah. Only you can manage that. Only you can manage it. So learn, if you're not, as life's coming out, that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of as life happens to you, a lot of the things that are the fallout of life and that happen to you aren't like just random luck or bad circumstance or this and that. A lot of it is how you choose to manage those situations. So, as you're going through, if you're someone that is finding that life is not reacting consistently to the way you would like, take a step back and take a look at how you're managing those situations, how you are handling those situations, and how, as you handle them, how they lead to that next step and the next step and the next step to those things, that may, that may further come down the line, because lots of times that decision you make here is causing this, and had you made a different decision here, it would have created a different timeline, and that different timeline might have been something that you would appreciate, or would have bettered your life, but you keep making the one that you shouldn't make, and it keeps going down the line. Now, can you do it perfectly? Absolutely not. We can always just think, and figure it out the best we can. But only you can. and it's like only you can prevent forest fires. It's like, oh yeah, well, what about that lightning strike over there? Well, okay, there you go. That's a perfect example. You can totally relate that to light. You can't control the lightning strike, but you can control whether you prevent.
If we're talking technically, we could technically control the lightning. It's lightning rods, and.
Well, you know what, Tim? I like where you're going with this. Normally, I'm like, you know what? But you're right. We can't control everything, but you definitely can put yourself in a better position to control things, right? You can come up with better plans to try and handle things. Like maybe in California, if they just decided, oh, wait, we'll just leave the entire environment alone. Oh, wait, you know what we should probably do? Maybe we should actually, like, when a lot of the dead leaves are falling and maybe we should have like a process where we make sure we're cleaning up all that debris so that it's not there just to burn, and help spread fires. No. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't want human footsteps in areas of super protection. We'll just let all that build up and then let it burn.
Please explain to me what super protection is.
Super protection? I don't even know. If I even said it, I don't even remember saying it. Super protection. No, like protective, no, what I mean. What I mean is I actually don't know the correct terminology for, proper forestry cleanup. There's a preventative measure, though, term that's used as far as same thing when pine needles fall, making sure that you're cleaning up the pine needles back.
All the pine needles or pine cones?
All of it. It's just proper maintenance. Like imagine if you never groomed, right? You're grooming the earth, right? It's like, okay, listen, right? You when you shave, you're gonna groom yourself. You're not gonna just let it. Some people just want to let it just grow all crazy, like you do. But but if you properly shave and keep it groomed, that's what you should do. You do the same thing with Mother Nature, with the earth. Make sure you're keeping it properly groomed so that that you just don't have debris out there that's just ready to be lit on fire. And then when
the way pine cones work is they actually open up when there's
that is true, exactly,
when there's a fire. That's how they create new trees.
They only open up when they burn,
when they reach a certain temperature. Yes.
All right, well, maybe we could just go around and heat up pine cones.
So the only way to prevent forest fires is create forest fires.
No, just heat up pine cones. I'm sure, dude, come on. Today they get little bubbles, heat up the pine cone. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff.
I see.
Yeah, all right. So, okay. Celebrating. We're going to celebrate the Dolphins' win today. Was it an impressive win? No.
Woo.
Was it a win? Yes.
Yay.
Go Dolphins, baby.
Ooh.
Yes, we beat the New England Patriots, which was just awesome.
Actually?
We did. We beat the New England Patriots.
Did you cheat?
We did get a turnover at the end of the game, but it was a legit turnover. So turnover. It was a turnover. Yeah, no, term over, because guess what? What's his name's term is over. That's right, Bill Belichick. Your term is over, sir. Dolphins are coming for you.
Oh, are they now?
He's got his new quarterback in Mac Jones, though. His little Tom Brady 2.0.
Are they training a new quarterback behind Tom Brady?
Yeah, Mac Jones.
Because he keeps retiring and then coming back, right? Or is that Peyton?
No. That I mean, you could maybe say it's like Ben Roethlisberger or something, but no.
I feel like one of them said they were retiring, then came back the next year. I'm like, what?
I don't know. That could be a lot of quarterbacks, but no. Tom never wanted to retire. In fact, I'm actually a fan of Tom Brady now. I never thought that I'd be a fan of Tom Brady. Became a fan of Tom Brady once he left New England, goes to Tampa. He's having a lot of fun. I actually like the guy now. Totally rooting for him.
But why?
Well, I mean, I don't know. He's on a Florida team, so that's cool. Two, he's playing for the arch nemesis, so he's playing for the
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, no. Now he's not. He was playing for the New England Patriots. So the Dolphins, that's their number one rival.
Playing for now? Because you said there's only two Florida teams.
Yeah, he's playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was right.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. He's playing for Tampa Bay. He could play for almost any team as long as it's not the Patriots. But you don't realize when he's playing, you don't that's how much I just didn't like him, because he's just beating up on my team every week. And even though we actually split most of our games with the Patriots, so it's not like they're always winning the division. And then just, like I said, he's just, anytime you've got a player that's playing, it's like, hey, if he's on your team, you love him. He's on the other team, you don't like him,
So, but how did So why did he make the move to the Buccaneers? Like, how long ago was this?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but primarily it was that he didn't have weapons and he was kind of tired. It appears he was tired of kind of being under the constraints of the Bill Belichick leadership, and then they also kind of tried to replace him with this quarterback named Jimmy Garoppolo, and there was a whole lot there, and there's a whole lot of past and history there. But basically, it was time to leave, you know. And so, he wanted to go somewhere else and see what he could do. And sure enough, went over to Tampa and then won a Super Bowl. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Literally, his first year goes over there, wins a Super Bowl, and then this year, they're trying to do it again. But I'm just a big fan of greatness. Like, that was the thing. Like, I used to hate the Yankees. I don't hate the Yankees anymore, because I just wanted to see greatness. Now, not that the Yankees ever got super great since I started, but it was like one of those things where, like, I wanted to release any of the, like, hate and anxiety and stuff in my heart. It was like, why do I really hate him? Like there isn't a real good reason. Like, why do I really hate Tom Brady? I don't really hate him. I'm just like, no, okay. But when you watch him play,
hate is
hate's a strong word.
Hate is a strong word.
Hate's a strong word.
But why would you say you hate him and then not hate him? Because if you hate somebody, it's kind of like a lifetime thing, unless there's a epiphany.
Perfect. No, this is great. So this is like, okay, so when you're younger, right? When you're younger, it's all about passion, right? It's like my team and this and that and rah, rah, rah.
When you're younger? So are you saying you're old?
I'm getting old. Yeah, I'm getting old now. But my point is like, but as you're going, you start questioning yourself and you start going, okay, like, what is it? I just love sports. But what is it about sports? I love the competition. I love the whole environment. Like, everything about it is just awesome. And then you start going, why would I hate something within that's so awesome? So for me, it was kind of like, I just love watching the sport, the process, and I love watching. Like, I didn't like soccer for the longest time, but that was just because when I was in high school, we used to make fun of the soccer players, and I realized, like,
also,
oh, that's stupid.
The only reason why you like soccer now is because you play FIFA.
Yeah, well, FIFA's amazing. But my point is, the video game actually opened my eyes to how cool soccer was, along with the U.S. women's soccer team primarily, because the guys suck so bad. Yeah, and they're just amazing to watch. So what that is you go, well, I never appreciated the sport because those that I identified with, whether it be the USA team, like you don't really. It's like I grow up with the Marlins, or I grow up with watching the Giants, San Francisco. They're part of your city, part of your identity, right, within the sport realm. Well, there was never like a soccer team that was part of that identity. So all of a sudden they bring the USA soccer team, and all of a sudden you feel like you can identify with the sport. And then now that you understand the sport, and then you can start appreciating it for the
So what
the
you're saying is that
competition
you're only identifying for the sport because we're a winning team for at least women's soccer at the moment.
I would say so. Sometimes I would say it takes certain things to open your eyes. Like, let's say someone goes through a life-changing event, like you almost get killed, and your life flashes before your eyes, and you're like, oh my God, right? You might have been going around with life and everything, and you appreciated it, to the most part, but now you really appreciate it and truly understand it for what it is and how precious it is. Like with COVID and everything going around, and you start realizing, like how our lives have changed up to this point. You start realizing, you start going, okay, I realize that whatever struggle I may be going through now, which might have felt insurmountable at the time, right? Whatever issue you're going through, and then when you're able to take it from micro to macro, and you start going, oh, well, this really isn't that big of a deal,
right.
And I think that's the same kind of concept, which is like you kind of open your eyes to a new perspective. So like when so if we're talking about in sports versus life, it opened by the women's soccer team coming around, it opened my eyes to a new perspective, and then also allowing me to really appreciate sport for what it is and how great they are, and how much enjoyment it brings into my life, opposed to saying, I love my team, and then like being so devastated when they lose, and because like you go through like fans of sports, whether it's in soccer or football, but like the real, like your major fans are super passionate, right? And it's like it can ruin your week when your team loses in football.
Yeah, I mean, especially with soccer, they start riots
Yeah.
They literally start riots.
Yeah, so and that's my point. Like, what you don't need to go that far. Like, appreciate it for what it is and what it brings to you, not just the end result. And I think that's why, like, the journey. It's the journey, not the process. Like, if you make it all the way, you win your Super Bowl, you get your title, you get to celebrate your team. In life, right? Like, if you got that promotion you were searching for, or you whatever destination you're trying to get, if you get there, excellent, absolutely. Like celebrate that, own that, love it, and really appreciate that moment. But don't forget, if you're not getting there or you're not there yet or whatever, make sure you're appreciating the journey, because the journey ultimately is the real process. The end result is what you have on the horizon. But if you don't ever get there, don't let that destroy everything else that's here before you, because you will ruin the entire experience if you can't appreciate the journey as well as the destination. That was like almost deep.
Almost. And I mean, you're trying so hard to be so positive right now, and go into this quote. But,
yeah, man.
I saw the other day on TikTok, because that's what the kids are watching these days.
Well, them little millennials.
Do you even know what TikTok is?
It's like a pretty cool clock, right? Yes, I know. I don't use it, but yes. El Raino knows about TikTok.
Raino?
El Raino. I don't know. I came up with that just now.
Okay.
Like El Nino, but El Raino. El Raino.
Well, I saw on TikTok is the quote is that if you're alive today, you have 100% success rate of making it through tough times. So basically, any time that you've gone through a dip in your life, you've always made it out because you're still here. So take that perseverance that you made it through and realize that you're always moving forward, regardless of what those tough times can be or will be.
I love it. It's a great speech. And I'm going to tie that into something else too, which is like, so look at us right now doing this. Hello, people out there in television land. Are they in television land? Or
no,
we're in television land?
No, this is YouTube or podcast land.
So, but what are they in? Viewer land? Where are you guys out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're
all in a simulation.
Yeah. We're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
So
we're all playing Sims right now.
Yeah. Where was I going with that? I don't even know. I was going into viewer land, and then our land. And
our land
is
my
land is my land. Your land is our land. We're all.
You guys.
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember what I was on. I was gonna make some sort of a. Oh, there we go. So
we found it.
Yeah, I found it. Oh, connection. Okay, wait. Let's get to it before Ryan loses connection again. I got the little antenna. Find it. Okay. So we used to take this. I used to take this. You never really took it as seriously as I did, because it always little things bother me.
No, whoa. I was always the detail person.
Yeah, but if a detail wasn't right, you would be like, well, let's just do it anyway. And I was like, no, it's going to bother me if we don't get that right. Like, if the camera angle isn't exactly what I want, or we can't.
Obviously camera angles and stuff like that, but like you would be running 30 minutes behind, and we would be trying to get someplace, and you're still trying to do stuff like, Ryan, we have to get there. Like, we're already late. Like, and you're like, no, but there's this one piece that I need that we don't really need.
Okay, so for that, yes. I mean, that 100% accurate. But what I mean is, like, in this podcast, what we're like trying to create the podcast.
Correct.
Right? And I'm tying it into our previous conversation about enjoying the journey.
Right.
I finally said, screw it, man. Like, let's just set up what we can, right? Like, I've got the, 3 cameras, like, just set up what we've got. The whole thing that I wanted, which was like
when we first started, or now?
From where we first started, I was trying to get the 4 microphone, like,
we had like 12 people to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I wanted like 4 or 5 cameras.
We wanted some femme fatale on the show to make us more interesting.
We wanted all this stuff, and then finally we just said, okay, well, wait a minute. it's like anything. Like I'm not having any fun doing it. It's just stressful, so I don't want to do it. And then finally it was like, well, what do we love the most, right? Well, the one thing is like, so we're friends, okay, kind of. But we don't get to see each other that much because we're working and life is what it is. And so every time we're trying to set up this like ultra professional thing, whatever it is. And at the end of the day, it's like, well, that's not any fun anyway. Like, what we want to do is just enjoy each other's company and create something. And if it ends up being something more than just us hanging out, then great. If not, it's just fun. So that is where I'm speaking to Viewerland, which is like, take that opportunity to kind of find what you love and then run with that and then let that be your guide. Just like what we're doing here, just let it be your guide. We're going to show up. We're going to shoot our little show. We hope anyone watching is going to enjoy it. But at the end of the day, it's about us enjoying it. Okay. And then for those who else can enjoy, can experience that enjoyment and get out of it what we do or a piece out of it, then that's a win. Everybody gets to win there, so
even if it's only just one person, I mean, I know it's funny because it seems our parents are our biggest fans at the moment.
No, my mom loves the show.
And my mom's like, when's the new episode coming out? When's this happening? Like it's you always start somewhere, and regardless of if anybody says, oh, you're shitty, you're this or that, I just woke up like, I want to say a month ago, and I hit Ryan up and I'm like, hey, I want to move forward. I'm done with going through what I'm going through, and I'm ready to create something and have fun. Like I the whole conversation began with us just going back and forth on what we wanted it to be, and eventually we came upon Clearly Confused because of all the car conversations of us going to the gym and
Clearly Confused,
going literally anywhere. Like I'm just always, Brian's ranting about something and we always go off on 20 different tangents, and if that brings somebody entertainment, so be it. I mean, I'm enjoying myself, so
yeah. And honestly, we do end up often clearly confused, and I think that's the dynamic for anybody out there. The dynamic I love about Tim and I so much, and I think it's one of those things. Sometimes you got to be like, it's like any relationship. You have to be in the relationship sometimes to like truly understand the dynamic from the outside. Regardless, we
are not in a relationship.
Friendship. That is a form of a relationship. That is friendship, Tim. That is a friendship.
I have a girlfriend, so
oh my god! Oh my god! Look at this guy. He's clearly confused. To which I speak. So in a friendship, and I'm speaking like in a friendship, in a relationship, like there are times like, okay, like let's say you see boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever it is. You see him out there and you go, I don't understand it, right? You go, what does she see in him? What does he see? And that's my point. Like whether it's friendship, whether it's dating, whether it's marriage, whatever it is, there's going to be plenty of people that are go, I don't understand that dynamic. And that's what I say. Sometimes you got to be on the inside. So when it comes to our friendship, what it is about Tim is extremely analytical. I'm completely over the top, and half the time when I'm saying something, and he's probably in the same boat as many people, when I start talking, what is this guy talking about? This doesn't make any sense, But at the same time, that's fine.
Well,
but my point is, like, we'll both talk, and both of us are like on two different pages. We're both each trying to explain our own version. Hey, why don't you just be quiet, Zello? So like we'll don't worry, I'm just talking to the computer. Don't worry about it. But like when we're going, like we're constantly on different pages, and sometimes we're not even reading out of the same book, much less the same book on the same planet in the same universe.
You're the overly optimistic, where your glass not half full, it's full. And maybe 1.5 times
well,
full.
sometimes it's like a quarter full though. Like, and I'm like,
but I'm also the hole puncher. I'm always gonna be like, why? Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this goes wrong? Like, how do we fix that? Like, no, it'll be fine. Let's just go do it. And I'm like, right.
Well, yes and no. But you know, when it comes to like camera work, I'm not like that. Like, I'm like that in what like normal space. But like, if we're going to shoot a we're going to shoot a wedding or we're going to shoot a photo shoot. I'm not like that at all. I'm stressed out about everything. Is everything working properly?
Right, and I have to get you like past that that same.
Yeah.
Like,
do we remember the extra batteries? Like even though we have the batteries,
the extra the fifth battery that we don't need.
Do we have the extra 100 batteries? I don't want to run out of batteries. Do we have the extra 3 flash? No, because if the one flash doesn't work, then we need the other flash. If we don't have that flash, do we have the backup for the backup for the backup?
It's bad.
Do we have the backup for the backup? Because I don't want to be. Wait a minute. We need. Wait. No. We can't do it with 2 cameras, Tim. We need 7 cameras. How do we I want this angle. I want this angle. I want that. I want this. And like, oh my gosh, yeah. I go ape shit when it comes to that.
Yes, and like at a certain point, like I'm like, Ryan, you're going overboard. Let's go.
No, and it's true. Hey, man, just go out and create the production. We don't actually need all this to make the quality to which we're trying to create.
To what most people expect. Obviously, if they want.
Yeah. Cool. I'm always thinking about shooting a movie in my head, so I'm always thinking, like I want this. I want the 7 different angles. Not just the 2 or even the 3.
Right, but once you get back to the house, like, why did I take so many photos? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? You going to use all this video. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. Quality over quantity, Ryan. Let's just roll with it. Yeah. Because I don't even trust, even when I know it's coming out, because it's almost like a physical, tangible, like a touching thing. Like if you just said, Ryan, you just created something, right? Like the difference with like video and photo, right? Because it's in the camera. You're trusting the camera. And you're trusting the settings and everything that you have set up, that it's getting everything and then it's recording it properly. Well, when it comes to like this, okay, like if I physically made this, I see it in front of me, I can see it, I see the buttons, I can touch them. You go, okay, here it is. So I don't have any questions about it. But like when you're filming and you're doing it, it's like, okay, I got it, but did I? Like everything I saw, I still have to watch it back to truly understand. What if it was a little bit blurry? What if I didn't capture this? What if I thought I did? Because it's especially in like live scenarios, did I get it? So I want 3 different cameras, 5 different camera angles, because if that camera didn't work, then that angle's got it. But what happens when I go to edit? If that one didn't film right and that one didn't film right, then I don't have that angle, but I only have it, and then that's literally what my stress points are like. I need, like I'm like, God forbid I want to have like,
I mean, that's really comes down to the point of like, are you drunk or not? Because once you start drinking, you start loosening up a little bit, and you start capturing better things, just because like you're not so stressed about it.
2 drinks is actually the best way to film, in my personal opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
And for the like 2 of what kind of drinks? That's 2 beers or 2?
No. Beers,
drinks?
the 2 full. No. Like a double whiskey or something like that.
Whiskey on the rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Whiskey on the rocks one, because it lets you relax. Loosen up and really get in touch with, like the moment. It takes away that little bit of butterflies, little stress, maybe the little extra anxiety or whatever it is, and just kind of let your body go, okay. And then now you're much more into the moment, and you're less in your head thinking analytically, much more reacting organically to the moment. In my personal opinion, for me anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, like I always find like I know what certain shots I want to get, especially with like candids and stuff like that, because that's what I really enjoy taking. And like but everybody, once you like my favorite type of photography is to capture somebody in the moment rather than, oh, let's pose for this, and as soon as you bring out the camera, they're like, oh, there's a camera here, and they're not just continuing, so you have to be little ninja-like and like come from their side view or something like that, or be far away. And that's the best type of photography, because it's so relaxed and natural rather than strained smiles and am I gonna pose right? Am I?
No, and that's why and tying the exact thing, same thing with me. I love that same thing for video, in the moment, the true reaction where you capture that true enjoyment. There's nothing fake about it, and that's why live events are so cool to cover, because you can really get that. Whereas when you're trying to create something unnaturally versus organically,
right. I mean, weddings are super fun because everybody's drunk by the time.
Free drinks.
Exactly, and then
who doesn't like free drinks, right? All right, and then you can just go to the ending thing. All right, well, we just want to thank our audience, right?
I guess. Yes, we're thanking our audience.
All right. Well, I can't. I'm not on the thing. I can't switch it. Yeah. Oh yeah. We want to thank our audience. No, you had it right. I was like putting on the one where it was both of us. Yeah. Or there we go.
Or this one?
Sure. I mean, we could do that. I just wanted you to be on screen as well, so that we could, tell everyone to thank you for watching. This was, and then you're supposed to go to the video. Thank you for watching. This was. So you're supposed to hit the thing. There you go. Clearly confused. You're supposed to say hey, and then you're gonna go.
Right.
That's it.